Well, I'm going to teach on how to care, raise, and observe chickens. So right there's my homemade coop. It's made out of pallets and 1x4s, and then right there I have my nesting box right there. Then that's my house. And then I want to show you something. I have a little thing right there for the water. Then over here I have a little thing, a door, so I can open and close it. Then as you notice, I have a roof slanted like that, and I only have that for so when rain comes it don't build up and it can just trickle down. So there's my little 3 Rhode Island Reds right there, those 2 leghorns right there, and I have 1 buff speckled Sussex back over there, and more Rhode Island Reds. So I'm gonna show y'all guys inside the coop. So here's my nesting box. 3 boxes accumulate to 12 hens, and I have hay there. I'll show y'all in the morning or in the update or for their eggs. I have 1 chicken. I don't know which breed she is, but she lays like a turquoise or green shell color egg. My 2 Rhode Island Reds there. I got my leghorn, white leghorn. She's very nervous and flighty, but that's what the breeds are. So here's inside. And that there is their roosting poles, or where they sleep. I done that out of 2-seater poles and 1x4s. Then here is just to feed them, like a little feeder thing. Got this here at Tractor Supply Company for about 12 bucks. Then got a nesting box right there. Another Rhode Island Red. See? But this was actually just a DIY thing I did, and right now I have 12 hens in here. So I have 7 Rhode Island Reds, 1 buff speckled Sussex, 2 white leghorns, an anreconda, or an anreconda, whatever the heck you want to call it, that lays turquoise shell eggs, and then I have one of those, the other ones, that lay the green shell eggs. But I like the Rhode Island Reds because they're calm and docile and very friendly. But all you basically just have to do with the chicken is be its friend, and you have to water it, check for the eggs daily. And then I used to feed them every day, like every morning, every night, but now I don't, because I could just fill up my feeder, and in a few days from now I'll have to fill it up again, but it'll save a lot of time though, and money too. And then you see that Rhode Island Red right there? That one's my name. I named her Georgia. Then I named that one right there Sally Mae. Then yeah, you can probably hear some kind of ruckus in the coop, and that's just them getting up on the roosting bars. See, I named that one right there Hazel, and I named that one right there Missy, and then that one Christine. But this is just on how to care for your chickens. But I guess you can say as me, like homesteading or off the grid or whatever the heck you want to call it though. But I have this right here as game fencing, some T-post wart. Then around there I ran out of game fence, so I just used kind of like a 3.5-foot garden fence. But nothing right now has gotten to my coop. But the digging predators though. And then you see how Georgia just got in though? And see what I have to do is when they're all in is just flip up that and then close it. But see how they're all getting in? My little Rhode Island Red there. She hasn't laid eggs yet though, but the last one she just got that red comb in. I guess you could say she's still a pullet. Those chickens right there are 2 years old. And a lot of people say, oh, the first year they do fabulous, and then like, ooh, for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th year they don't do as great. But that's not true though, because a chicken can lay eggs up to 4 to 5 years, and then their lifespan is from anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 years. Well, it all depends on which breed of chicken and how you care for it. But I guess you could say I baby my chickens. what I usually feed them is layer pellet or layer feed 16% pellet and layer feed 18% crumble. I feed that all year, and then I feed them oyster shell too for the calcium and the eggshells. And then in the winter time, I feed them hen scratch and whole corn, or basically deer corn. And that's only to boost up their energy, because if you feed hen scratch to them every day all year, it's not really good for them. But you need layer feed though. And then I feed them table scraps like potato peels, watermelon rinds, and eggshells. And they love to eat bread too. I just gave them a loaf of bread. They gobbled that thing all up. And so, well guys, good night, and I'll give you an update in the morning on the eggs though. But this is really though on how a chicken roosts. Is their natural instinct is to roost, and they only do that though for the predators. See, they have a pecking order. Whichever the most dominant one is on top, then the second, then the third, and whichever the most is the lowest in the pecking order is on the bottom one, which is most vulnerable to predators. But what they do though, is that if they want to lay an egg, they just hop up right there, and then they lay their eggs. And right there's my feeder. See? Alright, well, good night.